This is Wenchi, a town with deep roots in Ghana's political history. A place that has witnessed the ebb and flow of governments and the enduring promise of democracy. More than 30 years after Ghana embraced multi-party rule, the people of Wenchi still hold on to that promise. But for many here, democracy feels like a promise half kept. Wenchi lies in Ghana's Bono region, home to over 130,000 people spread across 6 sub-municipal areas and more than 100 communities. A land rich in soil and spirit, yet struggling to turn its potential into prosperity. In Ghana, unemployment remains a significant national concern, particularly among the youth. According to the Ghana Statistical Service, unemployment at the end of 2024 stood at 13.6%. down slightly from 14.7% in 2023. But statistics don't tell the full story in Wenchi. Despite the Bono region being ranked as the area with the lowest unemployment rate, many residents insist the reality is quite different. They argue that the figures mask the growing struggle for decent and sustainable jobs, a struggle that has pushed many young people into commercial motorcycle riding just to survive. The NCCE in the area highlights this challenge.
For Wenchi, I would say jobs, the local economy, because most of the youth here are unemployed and they mostly depend on the tricycle as what we call a local okada. Yes, that's what they used to. Most of them are employed in. So I think if the government invests in the local economy, then the youth can get more jobs. And they can be, so I think creating jobs for the youth, that will be their main thing.
At the Wenchi roundabout, the stories of some youth and riders echo same frustration of the lack of jobs and their resilience.
Wenchi, as for employment, it's very difficult for the youth. If you did not go to school or do not further your education, let's say university or training college, employment is very hard here. As far as when you complete, only we have here is keke, okada. Normally people used to call it keke, people used to call it okada, people used to call it prajia. But here you call it prajia. That is what the youths are more doing it in Wenchi here. So when you get your mom or you get someone who can help you buy that okada, then you go in for okada. We don't have any more job here.
For some, the pragya or okada work is the only way to stay afloat. One rider tells us how he's paying his way through teacher training college by riding.
I ride okada. I started with riding of animals, and then through that I'm able to get some fun together with the okada riding to be able to pay for my division fee, and till now I still work at the okada business. Yeah. It's not all that profitable, but if you don't do that, what will you do? Because you don't have job in the community. So you have to involve yourself in those businesses so that you get something to feed yourself and also to rent, and then, as you can see, to help living.
He believes Wenchi's fortunes could change dramatically if the town's underutilized factories, especially the tomato processing plant, are revived.
Wenchi here we have a factory, but it's not working. That's the tomacan. I think if the government work on that factory, I think many of the youth will have a job to do.
Wenchi has long been known for tomato farming. Traders travel from Accra, Kumasi and beyond to buy the produce. But bumper harvests often mean collapsed prices and tons of tomatoes left to rot. The Wenchi tomato processing factory, Tomacan, was built to solve this. It was meant to process local tomatoes and create jobs. But its story has been one of repeated shutdowns, failed revivals, and unfulfilled potential. After the overthrow of Ghana's First Republic in 1966, production halted. Each new attempt to revive it has brought hope and heartbreak in equal measure. Like the factory, several parts of Wenchi's infrastructure tell a story of unrealized promise, none more urgent than the town's deteriorating roads. The routes linking Wenchi to its neighboring communities are breaking down, much like the trust of those who depend on them every day. For traders and drivers, each trip has become a gamble, one that costs time, money, and sometimes even lives.
The government in there, they be on board dada you. I say oh by cry yet, and so dada then you can in Kusiaga, me ye mother, me bako school. Baby or move can't baby mumba. Me and Casacra me tremble one me yamashim because I crack or talk I'm anymore. He or she will not survive. Ube and see Yapan, but at the end of the day, you would be a bet. Instead of what can you say, oh, my, only Yapan, my dear. At
Wenchi magazine, along the Wenchi-Techiman Road, a looming disaster is unfolding. A portion of a bridge has broken for the past 6 months. The damaged section, left unattended, has triggered severe erosion that is steadily eating into the road.
I remember a tipper truck had an accident here. He failed his brakes and then it slammed into the pillar and then it just broke. But it wasn't this big. So as time went on, rainfall and then the erosion started, and look at how it is right now. We're just praying that authorities can notice it and prevent any casualties from happening here.
These frustrations from unemployment, broken factories to broken roads feed into a bigger concern that resurfaces every election year. Every 4 years, Ghanaians head to the polls to elect members of parliament and a president. Election seasons are often marked by quick fixes and a flurry of promises from candidates, all aimed at winning the support of voters.
You saw everything yourselves when you were coming here. Yes, the road is very bad, especially the main road. Yes, yes, Wenchi main road.
For her and many others, this unfinished building is more than an eyesore. It's a symbol of promises made in election seasons, only to be forgotten when the votes are counted.
Sometimes we benefit during the election year. So I think voting every year will help to develop our communities.
What kind of benefits do you get?
Sometimes during our school here like this, it was during election, is it 2016? They built that school. It took about 3 months.
Wow.
Rompo MA Primary Basic School.
It just took 3 months?
Yes.
To build the school. This was in 2016?
Yes.
Okay. So are you part of the people that think that perhaps every year we should have elections?
Ah. Yes, please.
Because the politicians come around to do things.
Oh, so many things.
And this leads to a deeper question Wenchi continues to wrestle with. In a democracy built on trust and representation, who holds leaders accountable when promises fade? Eje Kufuor, a visually impaired teacher at Wenchi Methodist Senior High School, believes accountability has weakened, not just in Wenchi, but across the country. For him, the growing influence of money in Ghana's politics has distorted the very foundation of democracy.
The town, we need so many. For example, even you can talk about our road network, very, very bad. Water system, very bad. Sanitation, very, 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 very bad. All these things is because of the way people don't vote out of their conscience, but they vote because of the money the politicians will give to them.
His words echo a truth many feel but rarely say aloud, that when money becomes a language of politics, accountability becomes an afterthought.
So far as you have collected money from the person, you cannot hold the person accountable. The reason is that you sold your conscience. So if you have sold your conscience, you have nothing to, because now you said, if I vote for you genuinely, that is the time I can hold you accountable. But this time around, I bought the vote, or you pay for my finger or my vote. So if you have paid for it, it means I've collected what you are supposed to do to me already. So if I did not hold you any accountable, it seems right.
And so, Wenchi's story becomes more than a regional concern. It reflects